see here, right? What's going on right here? We want our kids back. They're being sold, so we will want our kids back. We couldn't get them. Well, why? Because we broke God's commandments.
Bring it out.
That's the reason that we went into slavery.
Right.
That's the reason our brothers and sisters were sold into slavery.
Right.
Because we broke God's commandments, and we got to come back to who we are to stop the curse.
Right.
Okay? What do you know about slavery in the Bible?
I know about it.
Okay, why did we go into slavery?
Wow.
See, that's what we're going over. Why did we go into slavery? Out of all people, right? Moses is talking to a group of people. He's saying that something's going to happen in the near future if we will not observe God's commandments. So now we got to give it an answer why we went into slavery. Why only us and not the Chinese man, the white man? Why only us? So we're going over that right now. Watch this.
I want the nation bowing down to me and make them crown the king. Glorious sound to me, released like Jubilee. The end of poverty, angelic body me. If I leave my throne, you gonna see a different side of me. This prophecy, this prophecy, this prophecy, this prophecy. Ultra pure gold, gonna approach the throne. Way up to the ceiling. I can't fight this feeling. If your eyes on the kingdom, we got common interests. We've been down so long, oppressing in our members. Twinkling of an eye, now watch us fly like Delta engines. Man, we beneficial when these laws they benefit you. I got so much channel aggression towards any law official that say we not the people or any artificial that conjured up an image that is contrary to the scriptures. On the beat like polished brass, lightning bolts coming from his visage. You can approach the throne, but not until I extend the golden scepter. That's right, stay in line. Watch me handle mine.
Who you are according to the Bible. We should not be celebrating Christmas. That is against God. This is the reason why we at the bottom today. Give me Proverbs 29:13. Because you want to know why we getting jacked up day by day, getting killed? It's because we're not keeping God's commandments. Got it? Proverbs 29:13.
Yes, sir.
So you blacks and Hispanics got to wake up to who you are. Come back to the Heavenly Father.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
The Bible said when there is no vision, the people perish. Here we don't have a vision. We don't know how to move forward. We tend to smoke weed and think that's the way. Homemonger and our sister, that is not a vision. That we tend to go backwards and not forward and keep God's commandments.
Right.
This is why I believe a couple of weeks ago they just found out that there's a body in Hattiesburg that just found out. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
The Bible says he that keepeth the law. Give me Romans 13:11.
Yes, sir.
Because our people, we got to wake up. We've been asleep way too long. It's 2023, not knowing who we are. We jump into different religion has not gotten us nowhere.
Right.
As you can see, we're still at the bottom. So you so-called blacks and Hispanics, you got to ask yourself, what am I doing wrong that we still here at the bottom? What is it? What is going on? Read.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time.
God said, knowing the time. The time what? Read.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
So you blacks and Hispanics, we've been sleeping way too damn long in 2023, not knowing who we are. Right. Ain't that right, my brother that's filling up the gas? So what must we do? What must we do in these last days? Talk to me. All right. So you know we're going over that we are the real Jews according to the Bible. Have you ever heard of that? Read it again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Bring it out.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
So our salvation is near what we believe. World War III is about to pop off. You see what's going on in the Middle East. Y'all see what's going on. You see the land of Israel. You see the Palestinians going at it. They're going to war to a land that doesn't belong to them.
Right.
It belongs to us.
Right.
So they're fighting for something that doesn't belong to us. Therefore, God said you're special, and they know that, and they fight for a land that belongs to you. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
That's right.
7 and 6. Because our people gotta know they're special. Too many long we've been thinking we're at the bottom, that we're nothing. The white man said that we're nothing.
Right.
But God said you are above everybody. You're better than the Chinese man, the white man,
Right.
all these other nations.
That's right.
God said you're better than them. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
All right, all right. Hey, how you doing, my brother? What's your name?
Oh, he been
How you doing? What's your name? How you doing?
Bad boy. Somebody waiting on. I can't wait. But I always wish y'all
5 minutes of your time. This could change your life. Just 5 minutes.
Huh?
5 minutes. This could change your
Somebody
life.
sitting outside the room waiting on me, man. I got.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Look here,
All
put
right.
out.
Read
I'm
it
gonna
again.
read the thing.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
But thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
You blacks and Hispanics and Native American, God say you are holy people unto the Lord our God.
Right.
So we can't think that we're at the bottom. You are special unto the Heavenly Father. Read.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people.
God said he has chosen you to be a special people. Do we act like it? No, we tend to follow different religions.
Right.
We tend to follow these wicked music. We tend to be in these gangs, selling drugs to our own people. We don't act like it. Read.
Unto himself, above all people.
Above who?
Above all people.
God said you are above the white man,
Right.
the Chinese man,
Right.
the Arab man.
That's right.
That's what God said.
Right.
And it's time to come back to our true nationality. Yeah.
That are upon the face of the earth.
All right, give me, let's go to Exodus. Exodus real quick. Because today is a special day. You blacks and Hispanics, today is a special day unto the Lord thy God. What is it? We got to keep God's commandments in these last days. That's what we are here. Give me Jeremiah 44 and 4 real quick.
That's right.
That's what we are here. We come here early just for you so-called blacks and Hispanics. Why? Because we care for you. We care for your soul.
Right.
We don't want your soul to die. We don't want the Lord to kill you. But we are here to give you the true message that you are the true children of God.
Right.
Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 44 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Howbeit, I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them.
God said he sent us here today, rising up early. We could have been doing something better at home, but no. Hey, how you doing, my brother, with the gray shirt? Yeah, how you doing, my brother? We showing black history at the Bible. 5 minutes.
Just check out the
What's your name? What's your
Why they
name?
on the ground?
Reese, my name is Simeon. These are my brothers. So, let me ask you a simple question. What's your nationality according to the Bible?
Holiness.
Hmm?
Holiness.
Holiness.
Race, your race.
Race. Black.
If you pull out black, right?
Yeah.
Now, are you that color of the same as your sweatpants? Now, you gotta go back in time now. You got Afro-American, Afro, they call you different names.
Right.
So while we are here, we're showing you, according to the Bible, you come from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
African-American comes from two Italian navigators, Leo Scipio Africanus and Americo Vespucci. So you don't come from two white men. Can two white men produce a kid?
Bring it out.
See? So that's what we are. Give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
Bring it
now,
up.
this could change your whole life. Because the churches, they've been teaching you African American why we at the bottom. They can't give you solutions. So that's what we are here to teach our people. So we're gonna show you why the blacks go into slavery. Do you know why blacks went into slavery?
I read a little bit about
You see this right here? Their forefathers, the foremothers. Do you know why only us as a people? Why not the Chinese, the white men? Why us? There's a reason why. We're going to prove it to you. Do you believe that we could prove this out of the Bible? We're going to show it to you. Watch this.
Deuteronomy 1:1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all who?
All Israel.
You see the 12 signs here? Those are the Israelites. So Moses, you know about the story of Moses, right? About the children of Israel? So Moses was speaking to black people, and I'm going to prove it to you. Go to 15 real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it up.
But it shall come to pass.
Now Moses saying, it shall come to pass, meaning something in the future is going to happen. So he's telling us right there, he's talking to black people right in front of us. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all of his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Now, a curse a good or bad thing? Bad thing, right? Watch this.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Go to 32. Now, we got to review. Remember, Moses said, if you don't keep God's commandment, something is going to happen, right? So let's find out what happened to us as the people. And I want you to look at this sign right here.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
What does that sound like to you? Read it slow, family.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
What does that sound to you? Slavery. So we're reading slavery out the Bible.
Right.
The churches are not going to go over this with you.
That's right.
So we're showing you your true history. Remember, Moses said he was speaking to Israel, so he's going into it right now who he's speaking to. Read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So in slavery, when they took our sons and daughters, we will want our kids back, and we couldn't. So it said they had no what?
They have no, 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall long for them, and fail with longing for them all the day long. 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So God said we're going to serve our enemies that the Lord's going to send against thee. Did you know the Lord has enemies? The people that put us in slavery, they are your enemies.
Right.
They're God's enemies.
Right.
Read.
In hunger and in thirst
Hey, I let them know it's black history in the Bible. Black people all throughout the Bible.
and in nakedness and in want of all things.
So, how you doing, brother? What's your name? Matthew. What's your name? Reese. The Matthew, that's Reese right there. And what's your name? Lonnie. Matthew, Reese, and Lonnie, right? So we're going over slavery out the Bible. Have you been taught slavery, that you can read slavery out the Bible? Did you know that? Why were we at the bottom today?
Bring it out.
So we're going to go over 48 again, and I want you brothers to look at these images right here.
Look at the flyer, verse 48 on the flyer.
And look at, a matter of fact, yeah, on the flyer it says 48. When you open the flyer, it says 48. So just follow along.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Lord sent these enemies against us. Read.
And hunger.
And food. So where do you guys get your food from? Where do you get Popeyes from? Who owns Popeyes?
Bring it out.
Wait a minute.
Who owns these fast food restaurants?
Bring it out.
Who owns them?
White man.
The white man, exactly. So God said, they are your enemies, so you got to serve them in hunger and what?
And in thirst.
And thirst. Where you got to get water? Where you got to get your water from? Where you get your water?
Bring it out.
Where we get the water from?
Yeah, where you get the
Right now we get it across the street.
But what do you get? Who owns these water companies?
Right.
The white man. We don't have nothing.
No, the city owns.
That's right.
Right. So we gotta get food from the white man. We gotta get water, juice from the white man, and what else?
And in nakedness.
Your clothes. Where do you get your clothes from?
From the white man.
When you look at the tag, what does it say? Made from what? China. So therefore, you gotta serve your enemies for clothing.
Bring it out.
That's what we're going over. We're going over our history out the Bible.
Right.
This is not like a white book that you read. The church has been doing with fairy tales. This is actually a black book. Your photo album you can read about yourself.
Bring it out.
Read.
And in want of all things.
So if you want your marriage license, who do you got to go for?
Bring it out.
Courthouse.
Courthouse. And who owns the courthouse?
Key job. Bring it out.
The white man.
But yeah.
What about your driver's license?
White man.
White man.
Anything you want, you got to go to a white man. That's what the Bible is saying. Read.
And he shall put a yoke.
It says, and he. So it's talking about a particular man. So it says, and he
Shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Whoa, what does it sound like to you? It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron. Look what happened to our brothers and sisters. So, yeah, you see the yoke? I think it's on that flyer too.
Yeah, it's on there.
It's on? Yeah. When you see it, it says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Let's see what happened to these yoke of iron. Remember, my brother Reese, remember I asked you what's your nationality, right? What's your race? Watch this.
Give me yokes of iron.
Until he have destroyed thee.
So he said, these yoke of iron will be upon us until we have been destroyed, thinking we're calling ourselves black.
Right.
But remember, in the beginning, we read that Moses was speaking to who? Israel. So when these yoke of irons came out, we calling ourselves black, Afro-American, we calling different names that's not according to God.
Right.
So we call you from the tribe of Judah. What's your race, my brother? What's the name again? With the orange? That's reading the fly? Hey, Reese. We got, wait, one more thing. One law before you leave. Now you know you're Israel. One law. Go to Leviticus 21:5. This is another law. And why, look, this Reese. You got to see why we at the bottom today. You see what's going on with a black man, right? They're getting shut down by the cops, right? Yeah. Black on black crime. You got to ask yourself, why is this happening to us? For breaking God's command. Watch this, one law right here.
The book of Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
So he said, God said we should not make baldness upon our head. That's a law. So you good right now. You see like Michael Jordan, Pitbull, they got bald head, right? Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corners of their beards.
That's one law that we got to keep, the beard. That's why you see most of us here have beards. If we could grow. So that's the law. God said we got to keep up. We got to keep the beard. You got to keep the beard. That's what God said, right? Read on.
Nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
Hey, Reese, what is that going into, my brother Reese? Any cutting in your flesh? Tattoos. So that's a law. Remember, when we read from Deuteronomy, the reason we went into slavery is because of what? For breaking what? God's commandments.
That's right.
So now we're restoring you back to who you are. Now you start we bringing things to remembrance to know where you are now. Okay, God said I got to keep a beard. I got to keep a beard. You know, there's more laws. I know you got to go. There's more laws, but look into that flyer, man. That flyer can save your life.
Right.
All right? Let me go to Exodus. There's another law right here, too. Exodus 20. About the Sabbath.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day.
It says remember. So God said remember. Why does he say remember? Because at some point of time, we will not remember when the Sabbath day is.
Right.
Most of us think the Sabbath day is on the Sunday.
Right.
Ain't that right? When you look at the calendar, what's the first day of the week you see?
Bring it out.
On your phone. Sunday. Right. That's what God said. He said the Sabbath, read it again.
Remember the Sabbath day.
The Sabbath day said remember the Sabbath day. So remember. Why would he say remember? Because remember, we don't remember when was the Sabbath day. When these yoke of irons was taken off, now we thinking the Sabbath day was it on what they said, Sunday?
Yeah. Right.
Right, but the Sabbath day is on a Friday sundown. That Friday sundown, that's when the Sabbath begins. Did you know that? No, I didn't. See, that's what it said. Read it again.
Remember the Sabbath day.
That's what it said. Remember. So the Sabbath day falls down on a Friday. Right. Friday night to Saturday night.
Right.
That's the first day. That's the seventh day of the week.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
How do we keep the Sabbath day holy? Today's the Sabbath day. How do we keep it holy?
I don't know that.
Go to behind side. Because not only it's a Sabbath day, right? So the Most High commands us to do what we have to do on the Sabbath day. It's a day of what? What they say in the Christian church is the day of what? They said, but they're breaking the Sabbath day right there on Sunday. I'm gonna prove to you that they're breaking the Sabbath day. Watch this.
The book of Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3. Yeah. Ye shall not kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
On what?
Upon the Sabbath
it. 35 and 3, I believe, right? You read it again. Hold on.
You had that face on me.
The book of Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3.
Bring it up.
Ye shall not kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
So there's no cooking today. Did you know that? See? So that we're bringing you back to the remembrance of who you are. Now we're gonna find out. Give me another one. I think it's about no cleaning or buying. I want that one. Yes, sir. Read, look into
Nehemiah
that, man.
10:31.
Nehemiah 10:31. So now you know. You didn't know that we can't cook on the Sabbath day. Now you know that. Watch this.
The book of Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
So if any people come to the land, they sell, products on the Sabbath day, which today you see the corner stores open, you see like the supermarkets open. Read.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath day.
On the where?
On the Sabbath day.
So what does the Bible say right there? We should not what? Now buy from them, right?
That's right.
Or on the holy day. And that we should leave the seventh year and the exaction of every debt.
Okay, so now you know on the Sabbath day there's no what? You remember? What is it? On the Sabbath day, what must we not do? What do you remember when we just read?
We ain't supposed to be on no fire, cook.
There we go.
nothing on that day.
Exactly. So today. So now, do you know you're an Israelite? Did you know you're an Israelite?
No.
Okay, we gotta get to that. Get Deuteronomy 1:1. I never got a chance to ask you. What do you see yourself on the sign?
I can't get too good.
That's fine. That's fine. Come on. Now, do you see yourself on the sign here? Would you call yourself African American, Haitian, Puerto Rican? What do you call yourself from?
I just call myself a black man.
Right. That's what America calls you.
Yeah.
Now, are you the same color as your shoes?
Wait up.
I'm confused now. They say you're a black man. Black is just a color.
Yeah.
But according to the Bible, God called you Judah. Watch this. I'm going to show you some history. Because the churches are not going to teach you what we're teaching you today. Watch this. Read 1:1.
Read up.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
You remember the story about Moses?
Yeah.
You know who he was speaking to? He was speaking to the children of Israel.
Right.
Now, we got to see how these children of Israel look like. Right? Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So now Moses, right? You got to picture it. He's talking to a lot of black people and he's telling them, hey, something is going to happen
That's right.
in the near future.
Right.
So let's see what's that thing that he's referring to. Let's hear it.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
So he's telling us if something's going to happen, that we have to keep God's commandments and his statutes to this day. Let's see what happened. What's the results of not keeping that? Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it says all these curses. A curse a good or a bad thing?
Bring it out.
It's bad? It's bad, right? We on in the curse right now, right?
Yeah.
Look at our streets. That's the curse.
Right.
Read on. Go to 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the cities.
Look around you. What you see the curse? That's a curse.
That's a curse.
You know how people on drugs?
Yeah.
You got black on black crime. The situation that happened with the brother that they found their body in Hattiesburg.
Right.
That's a curse. You got our sisters dressing out of order. You see how our community is. So that's a curse and where?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Go to 32.
32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So the Bible said, thy sons and thy daughters should be given to another people. Can you see from here? You're gonna lift it up.
Yeah.
What do you see from here? What's going on right here? Like right here. What do you see?
Okay, I see what they
You see the mom?
Uh-huh.
The daughter?
The daughter.
She's being sold to the white man.
Okay.
So You see what's going on to our people being sold. Exactly. This is history out the Bible.
Yeah,
Read
they
it.
told us a long time ago.
Exactly. But that's that's your forefathers and mother as well.
Yeah.
Read it again. Read that part again.
32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So you see here, right? What's going on right here? We want our kids back. They're being sold, so we will want our kids back. We couldn't get them. Well, why? Because we broke God's commandments.
Bring it out.
That's the reason that we went into slavery.
Right.
That's the reason our brothers and sisters were sold into slavery.
Right.
Because we broke God's commandments, and we got to come back to who we are to stop the curse.
Right.
Yeah.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
So nobody could save us, as you can see. Nobody could save us from this. That's a terrible God right there, right?
Yeah.
For what? Breaking God's commandments. Now go to, give me another one.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Hey, this is the Kayla I was letting know is black people throughout the Bible.
Hey, how you doing, Sister Kayla? What's your name?
Lonnie.
Lonnie. Sister Kayla, this is Lonnie right now. I'm going over about slavery in the Bible. Did you know slavery was in the Bible?
Yeah,
You know about it. Okay, what do you know about slavery in the Bible?
I know about it.
Okay, why did we go into slavery?
Wow.
See, that's what we're going over. Why did we go into slavery? Out of all people, right? You got something?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all of his commandments and statutes, which I command thee this day.
So now, I know I went over this with you, Brother Lonnie, but sis, Moses is talking to a group of people. He's saying that something's going to happen in the near future if we will not observe God's commandments. So now we got to give it an answer why we went into slavery. Why only us and not the Chinese man, the white man? Why only us? So we're going over that right now. Watch this. Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, a curse a good or a bad thing? Bad, right? So this is a curse right here. So we got to go over the curse. Now let's go back.
No, rivers of living water.
Hey, I see you watching the video. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, won't you like, subscribe, and share? IUIC Mississippi Burning. Like, subscribe, and share. Even comment.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So, Lonnie, what's your name again?
Kayla.
Kayla, I want you to remember that. So it said the Lord, it said, therefore you got to serve your enemies. God's letting us know we have what? Enemies. Enemies. So that's God's enemies. So we got to serve our enemies and what? Read.
And hunger.
And hunger. Where do you guys get your food from? Who owns these big food
Bring it
production?
out.
Who owns them? The white men. What about KFC? What about Popeyes? Restaurants. Lobster, all that stuff. Yeah, the white men. So God said, therefore, we're going to serve an enemy and food. Read.
And in thirst.
And thirst. Y'all thirsty. Where do y'all go to get one? Who owns these stores? There it is. The white man owns these stores. And we got to go to the white man for food and drinks. Water, juice, whatever you want. Kool-Aid. You know? Read.
And in nakedness.
And your clothes. Where do you get your clothes from? Exactly. Sis, I said it before. When you look at your tag on your shirt, what does it say? Made from where? China. And God said in the beginning, those are your enemies.
Right.
So now, how do we reverse that curse? Do y'all know how? We gotta show you. Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12 real quick.
Don't go back.
Don't go back. Don't go back, but there's more into that. So sis, now we read that Moses was speaking to the Israelites, both of y'all, right? Do y'all consider yourself Israel based on what we just read, or y'all still think y'all black, African American? What do you say, Lonnie?
I say we Israelites.
There we go. What about you, sis? All right, so what does God require of us to do now? Now we know we're Israel, what must we do?
Bring it out.
Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Check it out.
And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now it says, now Israel, which you guys say you guys are Israel, right? What does the Lord want from you? What does he require from you? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep.
To what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
22 and 5. So sis, brother Lonnie, right? Kayla, all right, I'm getting better. Now, it says, now we know with Israel, God said we got to keep what? His commandments. Kayla, I'm going to go over one commandment with you. And I want to see if you're going to, now you know you're Israel, what you're going to do with this law right here. You let me know. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
The woman.
Who?
The woman.
Who is God addressing to? Is it the man? Or what did he just say? The woman, right?
Shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man.
So it says, how you doing, sis? We going over a law real quick. We're the children of Israel. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, my dad is the Church of Israel.
Okay, so now I'm going over a law that us, Israelites, we got to keep.
Yeah.
And the woman, watch this. I think you know this law.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5.
Bring it out.
The woman shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man.
What is that going into, Kayla? Talk to me.
The house of Israel.
What's going on? What is that? Says the woman should not wear that belonging to a man.
Bypass.
Talk to me.
Okay. Check him out. He going to
What-
roll right now.
what is
Might
that?
have heard it.
Say it. Just say it. It's pants.
Yeah.
Sis. So God said what?
And that up past.
The woman shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man.
So it says, that's a command. It says, shall not wear that pertains to a man. Do you guys believe that?
Yeah, I believe that because in 63, a woman couldn't wear no pants.
Right. Look at the slavery. In slavery, we didn't wear no pants. That was just a movement. I forgot the name. Was it
Amelia Bloomer.
Amelia Bloomer? She forced that thing right there about women wearing pants down. So Kayla, what you gonna do now by hearing that law?
She's going to start wearing skirts.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is